Hello, one and all, on this wonderful afternoon that is a Tuesday afternoon. Well, it's Tuesday afternoon for me. It may not be for you. It may still be morning. It may be night. Who knows for when you're watching this? But it's time for the High Noon live draw. Today's DC for me, and I am drawing Nightwing, who was once Robin. You know him as part of the dynamic duo, Batman's partner, part of the Teen Titans, part of the Titans. He's even been part of the Justice League. So Nightwing has gotten around in more ways than one. So I will show up what I am drawing. And we got Brandon Bellinger with us today. And how are you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I am doing good. Any idea what you might be drawing today?
Yeah, since you say you might be drawing Nightwing, what I'm gonna do is finish up the rest of the Batman Beyond piece I was doing on Manny's channel. Then I'll go ahead and do a Nightwing as well, animated version.
Cool. You just have to make sure you show what you're doing there.
I will. I should get myself set up first. I gotta get a reference and get the rest of my stuff out, and I'll be ready.
Okie dokie, Smokey. And of course, if I get done Nightwing before I get to this stream goes too long, I will continue working on my Voltron.
Images.
And we got two people watching, so hello to who's ever out there and watching them. Did Manny go on last night? I don't think he did.
No, he didn't. I wish he would have sent us a link.
I was planning on going on, but he didn't end up going out, sending out a link, so
Yeah, he didn't show up last night at all. I noticed that.
I just figured I'd ask. Figured you might know whether he went on after. I went to bed. I went to bed
No.
about. I went to bed at around 12:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, he didn't go on. Even if he went on, I was not gonna go on. I had a lot of stuff going on that was messing around with me. So like, if he comes on, I'm not going on. I got too much going on. Let's
Hey, he was actually in my chat yesterday afternoon, which is weird.
see.
Just more of the fact that where he works, he can't exactly normally get on
Right.
while I'm on. So he can watch, but he can't say anything. So I was a little surprised. But I knew it was him because of the wrench. He has a wrench in my chat. Nobody can change that. So otherwise, I might have thought it was an imposter. Imposter dog.
It's the imposter dog. Oh no. Yeah, that might be good. Okay. Okay, got my reference. Now I gotta do these with my pencils. Oh.
But he came on late into my stream too, just around the time I was ending. So I was like, oh well.
Okay, this was also what I was doing also.
Oh, nice Batman Beyond. Doesn't seem to be on Batman.
So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up blackening him. Then I'll worry about
Hey,
it.
hey, model. We got model 316 in the chat. So you doing more woodworking today, model? Cutting up that wood, being all sawdusty, like you were yesterday. Oh, Trusty. I am drawing Nightwing. Trusty. From the teen, well, from DC Comics. I was going to say from the Teen Titans. I am getting ready. I am getting ready for product photos. Cool. Oh, we got Joshua Hughes in the chat as well. Cool. Hey, Joshua. How goes things?
Yeah, not just the Voltron picture I showed you earlier, but also I got other ones that I did back in the day as well. I'll show those later on, but they came up pretty good.
You should actually show that Voltron picture to everybody. They'll be really
Yeah, I
surprised.
actually will, actually. Okay, so back in the day, you guys, before I started drawing record on streams, whatever, this is the one of the old pictures I did before anything really.
Can you
And
guys
yes,
can you guys believe that Brandon did that Voltron?
I really did too. And back then I had colored pencils, made everything look pretty. I'm just gonna hold up for a little bit until someone says something because I want to make sure they can see it.
Oh, they've seen it by now, so if you wanna.
Oh, okay.
I also stuck it on you, so for a few seconds there.
Yeah, what I'm actually going to be doing with that is going to go ahead and sell that. Any pictures I make now, I'm just going to be $5 because even though I do have a job a little bit now, um, I'm working at a fast food joint, but also um, I'm also being a voice actor for one of my subscribers. They actually asked me, and I said, well, sure, I got no problem with that. Just tell me what I need to do.
Cool. Let's see. Trusty said that's good, Brandon, and Joshua Hughes says I can believe that he traced that drawing.
Oh, I did more than that. I did that one too. Trying to
So
find
you
the.
you traced more than that drawing?
I didn't trace drawings. I didn't hear that part. I didn't trace them at all. Yeah, I did that one because I had a big Spider-Man thing. Still do.
Oh, cool. Spider-Man, Spider-Man doesn't do what a spider can.
The other thing also, I think, is because I took a little bit more time with these.
Oh wow, those are. What happened, Brandon?
I lost it over time. I quit over time. I told you I did.
How do
So
you
now
lose that?
I don't know. I just did.
I think I have to go with Joshua here. I think you traced those in the past.
I did not.
You've got to prove to me that you can do it that good again.
Like I said, I used to, but then I quit. That and they took more time, so
Well, then take time. Draw whole bodies. Just don't be a busybody.
yeah.
Be a slow body.
There's one that I'm really loving a lot that's like a comic strip. This was my first one I did that may look like a comic strip.
Oh, what? Were you looking at it? I guess you were looking at it and just mimicking the lines, right?
I was looking at it while drawing it, yeah, because I wanted it to be like that. And like I said, they took a lot of time. I was trying to make sure I wasn't messing up because this one, since I'm training my hand again, this looks like it's coming out pretty bad itself because I'm trying to do half the face of Spidey and here half of Peter Parker.
Peter Parker. Oh, has anybody seen the trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home yet?
I just seen that right before I came on. I just seen that.
Oh,
And
that
that,
looks awesome.
yeah, that looks pretty good. I want to see that now. They look like they kept Mysterio in his classic form too, but just made a few little tweaks to it. Yeah, it looks like we'll be seeing Spider-Man Noir too. That'll be pretty cool also.
Yeah, it looked like a Nor version of Spidey that they had in there for a quick second, anyways.
Yeah.
Looks like you might have a few different costumes throughout it. They're obviously getting rid of the Iron Spider outfit
Mm-hmm.
from Infinity War and probably Endgame.
How do I do this? Oh, I remember now.
If you guys have in the chat have yet to go watch the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, it is up on YouTube here, so I would suggest it. Uh,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
and I'd then like to know what the people in the chat are thinking about it. Or if you're watching this afterwards, let me know in the comments what you're thinking.
Just my opinion, but I think Tobey Maguire was actually a pretty good Spider-Man, but I don't know. To be honest, I'm not even sure how old Spidey was supposed to be when he became Spider-Man.
15.
Okay, and they got it right then. How do I do that?
I'm
Oh yeah,
getting nothing in the chat about this. Wow.
about Far From Home Spider-Man.
Yeah, nobody's saying anything.
Maybe. Oh, either they seen it and they didn't like it, or they're actually watching the video right now because you told them to go watch it.
Yeah, true. Hey, Muttman, I am doing good. Muttman, have you seen the trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home yet? And I know you're probably working. I was going to say, if you want, you can come in. The link's there, my normal spot. About to watch. Be right back. Okay.
I don't need that yet. Okay. That line looks big enough, I guess. Yeah, that probably will work. Slim it down a little bit. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Tweak that. Ooh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Ooh, that hurt.
Hey, Draw and Talk is in the chat. Cool. Hey, Draw. Tyler? Have you seen the new the trailer for Spider-Man: Far From Home yet? Man, Marvel should be paying me right about now. Lorenzo's there. Heck yes. What do you? I take it from it that heck yes, you really liked it. And I'm about to ask Lorenzo the same question. Have you seen the new Spider-Man trailer Far From Home yet, Lorenzo?
I really thought the majority of them would say either no because it just came out, as far as I know today.
John Talk says he liked it, but I don't like that they released it before the Avengers movie. Yeah, that's a bit.
Confusing.
Yeah. Well, it's not confusing because anybody who's smart enough knows Spider-Man's coming back. They already knew he was going to be having another movie, so the fact that he's going to survive Endgame isn't just you know. Yeah, we
So,
already knew it.
so with the Avengers, when they defeat Thanos, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to use the Infinity Gauntlet to bring everyone back, or how's that going to work?
Yeah,
Cool.
that's my opinion, anyways. Let's see. John Tech says, duh, we knew Spider-Man was coming back, but let's let him stay dead until the end of the Avengers movie. We're nerds. We see these things immediately.
Ah, the glory of nerds.
And Lorenzo says he'll check it out.
Say this for all those who have an ingrown toenail problem, make sure you're wearing probably like wider shoes. Trust me, you'll need to, including like I don't know how to say like looser socks or something like that. The way you move your toes around easy, because you have them too tight, you're gonna regret it. Trust me. And I say this because right now I have that problem and it hurts, and I just clip the piece out.
Yes, that's just what people want to hear about ingrown toenails.
Sorry.
uh, I'm
Um,
half teasing.
yeah, make sure you guys see what I'm doing. But the thing is, this is why whenever you guys to see my logo, I am drawing. But the reason why I do it with my camera off is because I could talk while my phone's down. I can draw at the same time because it's hard to do two at once.
We need to get you to draw attached to something so you can put your phone in, like my little stand that I got here.
Yeah, because it's hard.
Do you got any sort of stand for it that you can clip onto something, and
No, I
or
don't.
or is it cheap enough at your dollar store type place? Do you have
I have a few dollar stores out here. We got Family Dollar, Dollar General, and Dollar Tree.
do they have anything like that there that you can get, for a couple bucks or?
I can check, but I never checked for it because the only thing I have for this is this, and it's not really much of a stand. It's just a holster to hold on my belt.
Yeah. I know I got a couple from the dollar store here at Dollarama. I don't know whether the Dollar Trees here have it or not. So
Yeah, I go with those because I don't think we have a Dollarama out here.
you don't have a Dollarama, you said, or
Not as far as
you?
I know. I haven't seen one of those at all.
Although it might be under a different name, so who knows?
In the States, they also have the 99-cent store.
Yeah, well, you probably wouldn't find it there.
Yeah, I like going to a lot of those cheap stores. They've helped me out a lot, actually.
So,
Including,
Muttman, you back yet? Have you seen the trailer? What do you think if you're back? Uh, and so, what's going on for you today, Tyler? Or if you're still here, we got 5 viewers, so I think you should still be here. And everybody else in the chat, what's going on for you today? I am drawing Nightwing. Oh man, I almost want to draw Spider-Man on Thursday because of that
why not?
trailer.
I Spider-Man myself.
Who thinks I should draw regular Peter Parker Spider-Man on Thursday?
Hey, Brian. Do we have anything in the fridge? Do we have anything in the fridge? Eats. Can I possibly do like a type of breakfast sandwich or something? Yeah, but right now my foot's pretty much stuck in here, and I don't want to do anything right now.
Let's see. Muttman says, I watched it. I'm with Tyler. Movie looks cool, but last we saw Spider-Man as Ash, as just ashes, so it kind of spoils it. Yeah, but it's like I said, like he said, we knew he was coming back. The movie was already planned before we even knew, before we saw him disappear in Far From Home, uh, Infinity War. And but I think it looks like a brave Spider-Man story, very different. Yeah, especially with him being in thing. I was thinking there. Let's see. I've model says I vote Canadian Arachnid Man. Lorenzo says I refuse to watch Homecoming. I like the original Sam Raimi movies, but this trailer was pretty decent. Uh, Muttman says not sure who the Rock those monsters are. Are maybe Hydro Man at the end. Yeah, I was thinking Hydro Man myself. I was
Yeah, I was
thinking
thinking that.
I was thinking the rock monsters might have been Sandman for a while,
Yeah,
but then again,
I was trying to figure out who was the rock guy too, because I almost thought that was Sandman.
yeah. But it could have been Spider-Man had thrown some sort of uh, dirt made him into mud man, Hydro Man. Threw a lot of dirt into him, made him mud. Could be, that's a nice way to defeat him, make him more solid, and then sort of harden the mud. Oh yeah, and then Mysterio. I'm guessing the monsters are the tricks from Mysterio. Yeah, not real. Yeah, that could be too. Mysterio was in the trailer, so. And I sort of like, I'm not quite sure how I feel about the fact that it's all taking place over in Europe.
Yeah, for a little bit, I was trying to figure out why they call it Far From Home, and then I saw him traveling. Like, oh, that's why, because he's not in Queens anymore.
Well, it could have been out in space or something too, remember?
That's true. Yeah, I will admit that. That's true. Because I was sitting here the whole time when they kept saying Far From Home. Like, why do they call it Far From Home? What's going to be the story behind it?
Uh, Even if I don't catch it in theaters, I'll watch this one. Yeah. Oh, that's good. You should watch the first one though too, Lorenzo. It's good in my opinion. The
Thank you.
Homecoming. Muttman says he likes the Europe angle. He thinks. Yeah, I'm not so sure about the Europe angle yet, but But I like how he doesn't take his spider costume. Yeah, Europe doesn't need a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, 1 second. Actually, hold that. Be right back.
Okie dokie, Smokey. Gotta get that information down. Yeah, Nick Fury was good for sure in it. A lot better than he looks like he's going to be
All
in
right.
Captain Marvel. So 3 movies this year I want to see for sure at the moment. Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Far From Home, and the real Captain Marvel movie. Thank you, Lorenzo, very much. Yes, everybody who's here, hit that like button. Tomorrow I will be drawing a character, an anime character. I'm not sure which one yet. Tomorrow morning, before I'm on here, I'll look up some what characters are trending for anime. I think it's going to be after Infinity War. Personally, what man? Yeah, we were caught up with that comment. Although I will end up going to see the fake Captain Marvel movie. If it's after they're okay with spoiling Spider-Man's return, I'm guessing there will be a big reveal about Thanos' storyline and Captain Marvel. That will get a lot of fanboys to go see it. It's hard to say. I'm just surprised that in some ways it's not so much the Avengers one that I'm surprised that they released it before. I thought they would have maybe saved it for that, but or thing. They're really trying. To me, looks like they're trying to get everybody to forget what a tragedy the trailers are for the fake Captain Marvel movie. Because I think it was Draw and Talk that said, or somebody said the other day, most likely what they're going to do is end fake Captain Marvel with her getting that page from Nick Fury.
Well, hey, Rick.
Hey, Tank. How are
How
you
you
doing?
doing, man? I'm
Good.
doing good, thank you.
We're just talking a little bit about the Far From Home trailer that came out. I think it was today or yesterday
Oh,
for
is that the
Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have to I haven't seen that.
Mute
Oh
yourself
no.
and go take a look, man. It's awesome.
Is it oh, okay.
It's
Awesome.
on
All right.
YouTube.
Okay. Okay, good. And you're not saying that ironically. You genuinely mean it's awesome?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Because I ironically say that the new Gillette commercial is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Muttman went and looked at it since he's been on the stream. He likes it. Dron Talks went and seen it. He saw it before he was on the stream. He liked it.
Awesome.
Lorenzo, who didn't even watch the first one of the new stuff, went
Uh-huh.
and looked at it. He likes it. He might actually go watch it.
Wow.
So
Wow. Hail Raven.
let's see. Muttman says Marvel is going to make Captain Marvel important. They'll make it a left turn in the overall story. So if you want to know what's happening, you'll need to go see it. I still won't see it, but
I'm
yeah.
going to go see it. And you want to know why? Because no matter how bad that movie is, it's still going to be better than the book. Oh, that comic was so bad. It was just so terrible. I'm like, dude, I don't care how bad they mess it up. It's going to be better than the book.
Or
It
you would
really
think
is.
it's gotta be. You would hope, but
Well, dude, no. It's like, no, either that or it's going right up there with The Room and Plan 9 from Outer Space is one of the worst movies of all time. I mean, that's the only way you could be worse than the book is like just be absolutely terrible. And yeah, so far, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I've not been disappointed. I haven't been thrilled every time, but I don't expect every movie to be a home run,
Yeah.
There's got to be some stinkers, otherwise you have no comparison unless you're just comparing it to other movies.
We got Mr. Pete in the thing chat. Mr. Pete. Mr. Pete channel needs 600 subs. Did you? Yeah, he's good. He's been around for a while. Just dropping by to say hi, and I have to get back to work. Cool. Did you check out that Pusa Studios yet, Mr. Pete? I told him about Pusa Studios.
Pusa Studios is awesome. If you're looking to grow your audience and actually get some interactive viewers, and you're looking for new channels to interact with, like you're looking for some new content, go subscribe to Pusa Studios. They do a whole bunch of channel sharing type of stuff, community building, networking. Grow your audience. Grow your audience. Reach beyond people who regularly buy comic books. I can safely say that probably only half of my fan base are regular comic buyers. And that's good. That's really good. Because you want to hit the maximum number of people. You want biggest demographic pools that you can hit when you're publishing yourself. This is why, niche books, promoting a certain agenda, we're not going to trash talk them, but we are going to say that that is a niche product and it has a very limited potential customer base. And the reason why we love things like the main characters for our comics, just the Star Wars and other fun stuff, is that they appeal to a broad number of people.
Yeah.
They're not just like targeted at one tiny little group.
Let's see. Muttman says, "What's your least favorite Marvel movie?" Mine is Iron Man 3. Real stinker what they did to the Mandarin. Yeah. The only way that they redeemed themselves, there was a clip on one of the DVDs afterwards. I think it was a Thor one, where they show some guy that's part of the real Mandarin organization come and
Hail to the King. It's a short,
and they come into the jail, and they're gonna be, seems like they're going to do something with
don't spoil it. People should watch it. It's a short. It's basically an epilogue to Iron Man 3. And it's very nicely done.
Yeah, it sort of redeems Iron Man 3.
Oh, and of course, Sir Ben Kingsley is just a phenomenal actor. I mean, the guy is just an incredible actor.
But other than that,
now, are we talking like the current Marvel Cinematic Universe run, or are we talking Marvel movies throughout time?
Yeah. Are you talking?
There are some stinkers.
Yeah.
Like,
Marvel Cinematic Universe or just...
Huh? Sorry.
Marvel Cinematic Universe or just just Marvel character movies? He's saying Marvel current Marvel run.
Okay, current Marvel run. That would be the second Thor movie. That one was just kind of bleh. And I forget that actress's name. The really skinny one, the really petite one.
I know who that is. That's Gwyneth Paltrow.
No. The one that plays Jane Foster. She didn't seem like she was into the role at all. Like, she's a good actor, and she did not have her heart in that role. And the script was kind of flat. The soundtrack really didn't add anything to the movie. Soundtracks are really important. Really, really important. Like, one of the things I disliked is top two things I disliked about the new Solo movie. No Star Wars scene transitions, and the soundtrack was just like, it was off. It did not fit the moment. It was a little too fan servicey. Less in service to the intellectual property, too much service to the fan. I mean, you got to give fan service, but there's a point where it's like you can't give so much fan service that you compromise the integrity of the product.
Yeah.
And that's what it kind of felt like. I think Ron Howard, I could see, a lot of Ron Howard's work in that movie. I think he saved that movie from being an absolute dismal failure, even though it did lose money. And I don't understand why people on the right are complaining about the social justice droid, because that was funny. That was satire, and it was intelligent. Oh, man, that was brutal. I'm not going to spoil what happens, but yeah.
Yeah.
Things don't always go in the way of what the way that loudmouths want them to go. We'll just say that.
Yeah, Muttman said she sucks as Jane Foster.
Yeah, it was terrible. And she's a good actor, but she was not right for that role. She really wasn't in it from the beginning.
Oh, I remember the name now. Natalie Portman. That's what it was.
Natalie Portman. Yeah, that's the one.
I'm trying to think what Marvel movie did I not like so far?
But honestly,
I know Iron Man 3 because, like he said, the whole Mandarin thing.
Yeah, but Hail to the King, the short, the epilogue for that movie does save all of that. It's like, oh, okay, you guys had a deeper plan in mind. This was just misdirection. Cool. I can't wait to see Iron Man 4 with the Mandarin.
Yeah.
But of course, we're not going to get Iron Man 4.
Yeah. It's either that or it was an afterthought because of everybody hating the thing and they came up with it for the Thor.
Well, no, because it was already done and produced. It was done, but it came out too quick to be a reshoot. And Ben Kingsley's not that available. I mean, that guy's always working. So he's either working or he's on vacation. He has two modes. And you can't pull him away from either. He's a professional.
Oh, yeah. We got Bean from Pennsylvania in the chat.
Hail,
hello.
Bean.
And we also got ERTs.
Hola,
We have been talking a bit about the various Marvel movies, and the thing that got us on this was the new Spider-Man trailer, Far From Home. If you get to see it, it's awesome.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. But outside of the current Marvel Cinematic Universe, I have to say Rise of the Silver Surfer is my least favorite Marvel movie. Yeah, worse than Captain America 2. Worse than the original Fantastic Four movie. The original Fantastic Four movie, though it had like next to no production value, dude, it was Fantastic Four through and through. It was faithful to the IP. It was faithful to the comic. It was really nice.
There's a few. The Rise of the Silver Surfer, the reboot of the Fantastic Four again. Let's see, Spider-Man 3.
Oh yeah, no, gosh, oh dude, that reboot of the Fantastic Four where they're all kids. That it's basically Fantastic Four in name only. Oh, it was terrible. Oh, it was so terrible. Oh,
Doom becomes like the ruler of the negative zone or whatever.
Dude, you didn't even get into the movie till you're like 3/4 of the way through the movie. Like 3/4 of the movie was set up.
Yeah.
And it was so painstaking. It was just painfully drawn out. It took forever. It just slogged, and it had needless drama and unnecessary, pseudo character development. Not real character development. It was just like it was cheap excuses for why this character was acting the way they were. All the characters were completely unlikable. Yeah. The most likable character was Doom.
Yeah. They took a little bit of that, I think, from the Ultimate Fantastic Four stuff. From the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah. Ultimate Fantastic Four was kind of a flop with me. I didn't like that too much. It was like the DC 52 reboot. There was like there were bits and pieces that were good. Like
Yeah.
the death of Peter Parker was meaningful, and the rise of Miles Morales was kind of cool. Um,
Yeah.
I liked Captain America's costume more in the in the sorry in the the I liked his more practical
Ultimate.
costume in the Ultimates universe. Yeah, I liked his costume more. I like the the little suspenders with the pouches and his little you know utility belts and stuff like that. It's like, oh, okay, no, and his helmet, the fact he was wearing a helmet, you know,
Well, let's
I
see.
liked that a lot.
Yeah. Let's see. We got Space Galleria and JP4 in the chat. Hello to both of you. Muttman says the Purple Galactic Cloud in Fantastic Four 2 was so disappointing. Another epic villain fail. And he
Oh
also,
yeah, no, that Galactus was a terrible fail. Um, and his failure, the failure of Galactus, and the success of it was another character, um, the success of Megatron as a villain, right, led to this thing of these villains being desaturated. We have desaturated villains. I love Thanos because he's not desaturated. He's colorful. He's got color. He's not gray. Like in the Ultron movie, when Ultron, after Ultron gets his upgrade, is he super shiny and extra awesome? No, 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 dude. He looks like he was hammered out by, half blind dwarves in the poorest of conditions. Um, yeah, no, and Steppenwolf from Wonder Woman. I mean, the guy has two color motifs throughout comics history, main color motifs. That's like he's got a green color motif and he's got an orange color motif. And since
Steppenwolf was from Justice League.
oh yeah, he was in Justice League, and Ares was in Wonder Woman. He was desaturated. No, it's these desaturated villains are terrible. They're not interesting. If you want compelling heroes, you got to have compelling villains.
Yeah, for sure. I think somebody said a long time ago, you judge a hero by their villains.
Well, yeah, it's the conflict. You judge the story by its conflict. Whether it's an introspective tale of a person, fighting their inner demons, or it's some fantastic adventure of somebody in capes and tights, pummeling some monstrosity from outer space.
Yeah.
It's the conflict.
For sure.
But it can't do it by itself because, you have terrible movies that have awesome fight scenes.
Yeah.
Like the new Ninja Turtles, the one with the Krang. Oh, dude, that final fight scene was epic. That was awesome.
Yeah.
As he's building the Terrordrome and getting ready to destroy and conquer the world. Dude, that fight scene, that was the only dude. I'll watch that fight scene over and over again. The rest of the movie was just trash.
No, see, man, that's why Spider-Man is the greatest superhero of all time. He has the #1 rogues gallery. Yeah. He's got a lot of good villains, Spidey. For sure. Well, again, he's got a lot of pathetic villains, too.
Well, and that's one of the fun things is that most characters are defined by their villains. And then some characters are defined by who they are, like the Flash and Cyborg, because there's such interesting concepts and the characters are so interesting. I mean, I love Cyborg. He's got this image that he's totally cool with being man machine, but deep down inside, he really doesn't like it. But he makes the best of the situation. He's trying to learn to be a leader. He's a responsible individual. He's somebody that you could look up to. I like him as well because he falls into that competent person archetype, which heroes need to do. Batman's a competent person. Wonder Woman's a competent person. So, Superman's competent. Flash is competent. These people overcome the odds by using their wits and intelligence and abilities in combination, and we get these new characters that come out that we rally against. I'm not going to be specific. You'll know who I'm talking about. They win because of plot armor, or that they're just so overpowered compared to what they're facing against that it's like, okay, yeah, whatever, dude. Or they they win ex machina. They're like, there's no real reason why they should have won. They just all of a sudden overcame it and won. Like the new She-Ra. It's like, oh no, this needs to happen. It happens.
Yeah.
I'm making my way through the new She-Ra right now. I'm on episode 3.
I
I've
feel
been
sorry for
comparing
you.
it to the original She-Ra. The animation quality is definitely, improved because, if you can't beat Filmation in animation quality, there's something wrong with you. The illustration is terrible. The character designs, they're mostly bad. Some of them have some design elements that actually aren't too shabby, like the new Catra designs, not too terribly bad.
Yeah, I
But
didn't really like it, but
no, I can't stand it. I hate it. But there's something that these kids that are saying, oh, the old She-Ra was so bad and so misogynistic and all this other nonsense. It's like, all right, so here's the story of the old She-Ra. I forget the lady's name, but she
Adora.
directed.
Oh,
No, the lady who directed She-Ra, who created She-Ra. She was a lead toy designer for He-Man. And Mattel said, hey, we need to keep this thing growing. Let's reach out to the girl demographic. Let's go see if we can steal some of those doll sales, right? So she and there was a bunch of other girls and like a gay dude that designed all of She-Ra, to include those awesome Horde soldiers and all the villains, all the heroes, all that stuff. It was designed. This was like, and this back in the late 80s, this is when the tides were turning in the industry. This is when the actual, this is like, folks, this is when the girl power movement was actually happening. This is when there really was that whole opinion of you're a girl, you can't do this, and if you can do this, you're a rare exception to the rule. And she proved them wrong. Like, she got full control over this design team, brought in her own people. They knocked it out of the park. They did a sensational hit. And this was super duper progressive for the day. She was super duper progressive. And now that they spit on it, it's because they don't understand, one, history and context. B, history is not a meme.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I was going to say, that's not quite how I heard it. I'm not sure whether you've seen the Netflix series, this Toys That Made Us. They go into all that about they do He-Man, and it's because Mattel, the He-Man line of Mattel was selling Barbie, that they wanted a female version of She-Ra.
Well, yeah, no, and yeah, they wanted to reach out to a new demographic. They want to expand their demographic, and that's just good business,
Yeah.
Because and here's the funny thing, that girls were buying Tila and Eva Lynn action figures.
Yeah.
And they're like, whoa, this is money. So who did they get? They got the people who designed Tila and Eva Lynn, and this was a big deal back in the day. This was a huge deal in the industry back in the day. This was like, wow. And the people that spit on it, they don't understand the history of it. They don't understand where it came from. And that's just bad form, man.
Yeah.
It's like saying that Martin Luther King did nothing for civil rights, or that Susan B. Anthony did nothing for women's rights. It changed the game in the industry. it changed the game in the industry. That's why real feminists, not these third wave feminists, but real feminists were really happy about the new Wonder Woman movie doing well. Because it was the first time a female director did a movie where it was a female lead superhero.
Yeah.
And and it was a success.
Yeah.
Generally, overall, Wonder Woman and Aquaman are being hailed as the best of the DC extended universe.
Yeah. Cinematic universe. Yeah, it's just awesome. I'm just going to answer ERTs. He asked a little bit back in the chat. What am I drawing? As if you cannot make it out, I'm drawing Nightwing. So, but yeah, Aquaman and Wonder Woman are the best so far. I wonder what the problem is with the at least with the Superman and Batman stuff. They think they can put anything out there for those, and people will just come watch it because they're so popular.
Zack Snyder was the problem with Superman because Zack Snyder, before he even got said he was going to deconstruct and destroy the character, that he was going to rebuild him in his anti-hero image. And right there was where it went wrong. Should have been a red flag for the executive producers going, wait a minute. You're going to change the IP? No. That's not how you do this. That's not how you make money.
Yeah.
You think you can do better than 80 years and billions upon billions of dollars of revenue? No. You start with what works. People complained they complained about the Return of Superman movie.
Yeah.
And it would have been a good movie if it was Christopher Reeves and Gene Hackman.
Yeah. Well, the problem was they tried to put it in between 2 and 3, set it up for in that instead of just unfortunately rebooting the whole thing. And hey, Willie,
yeah, that's when they got the bright idea to reboot, and then they got Zack Snyder, and he went all grimdark, and Hollywood agreed. The executives agreed to go with the grimdark because Batman did so well. But it's like, dude, Batman is the dark story. It's in his name, dude. Dark Knight.
Hey, Willie, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Hey, Willie.
Okay, I gotta ask you the question I've been asking everybody so far. Have you seen the new Spider-Man trailer?
The new what?
Spider-Man trailer for Far From Home?
No. I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it came out yesterday or today, but it's out. I would suggest taking a look at it. Everybody's so far that's seen it has liked it.
We went to see Into the Spider-Verse there.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was really good.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm buying that as soon as it comes out because I have so many kids taken to the theater. Woof.
We seen it in 3D with the 3D glasses, and I don't normally like those, but this movie was meant for it. It was actually the best movie I've seen in a long, long time.
That makes me excited.
Yeah. Well, it makes you wonder why they don't just animate all of them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That is always a tough one. I mean, especially with the DC animated movies, they're really good. I really, really like the DC animated movies. And one of the comments about the live action Suicide Squad was, why didn't you just do the animated Suicide Squad in live action?
Yeah, I had this conversation.
It's like, well, at that point, why even do it?
I had this conversation on somebody else's stream there one night, and we were talking about how DC's movies are lacking, but their animation is superior, and Marvel movies are superior, but their animation is lacking. It's like the complete opposite.
Let's see. Model said the preview came on in a post, and I turned it off really fast so I could tell Rick I hadn't seen it. Well, you're gonna have to go see it. Hopefully, everybody's seen it for tomorrow. I'm probably gonna draw Spider-Man because of it on Thursday. ERT says, I am good with Spider-Man being animated, but I love the Avengers in live action.
See, I
Yeah,
didn't.
Chris Hemsworth is so awesome in the story. I mean, they have so
I'm not a big fan
actors
of the Marvel movies.
for the roles so well.
The only Marvel movies that I actually liked are the Guardians of the Galaxy, which was a bit of a sleeper hit because I didn't know anything about them. And that Thor Ragnarok was really well done. Other than that, to me, they all just fell short.
No, they were good space operas. When I watched the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2 and the Thor Ragnarok, I was like, you guys can make a good space opera. Maybe you guys should make the new Star Wars movies.
Exactly, yeah, because that's what we consider the Guardians of the Galaxy is like basically our new Star Wars.
Well, Guardians
Like
of the Galaxy,
how many times that?
Starjammers, those guys from Marvel Comics, they're total space opera. That's one thing I love about the Marvel universe is that when you get away from Earth, you're like into some old school pulp age space opera nonsense, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, how many times have you watched the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 compared to the new Star Wars?
Oh, yeah, no, there's no comparison.
And it shouldn't be that way.
No,
right?
no, it shouldn't. My baby,
And the thing is, the Star Wars is just okay, right?
my toddler has watched the new Star Wars more
shouldn't
than
be
anybody else.
Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, no, my toddler watches the new Star Wars more than anyone else, and that's because she has a Rey, one of those giant Rey action figures, and that's her main attraction to the movie. And she's a year and a half old. No one else is really into the new Star Wars movies, except for the wife and I. We like Rogue One because it was Star Wars Mission Impossible. I enjoyed it. It was a good little piece of the Star Wars universe.
Well, that really says something. When only a baby can like Star Wars.
Well,
the new Star Wars.
Well, we've got a house full of kids here at any given moment, and not once do any of them ask to put Star Wars on. When I was a kid, that was my go-to movie. That never
Dude,
left.
I had a beta copy of Return of the Jedi that I watched so many times that you couldn't even see the video anymore. You could just hear the audio, and I'd still put that thing in the player.
Yeah, I wore my VHS out. It was in black and white there for the longest time until they came out with that special edition. But kids today, they don't watch it anymore. They'll watch it once and then they'll never ask to put it on again. It's sad, really.
Yeah, no, they no, and it's interesting though because these are successful intellectual properties. Like last night I was on the Needle Mover Society and we were talking about how old IPs that are rebooted. There's some that are done right, like Voltron, He-Man, Thundercats, not Thundercats Roar, but the earlier Thundercats animated series. And then there's ones that are done terrible, like Thundercats Roar and She-Ra.
Did you see
and Ninja Turtles? Because I got 3 boys between the ages of 5 and 8, right? They love Ninja Turtles. And I put on the new Ninja Turtles movies and the new TV show, right? The last 2 movies and the new TV show that's out right now. And they're like, dude, this isn't Ninja Turtles. I don't like this.
Yeah.
They want to watch the other. They want to watch TMNT forever.
Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Not. I I don't know
no,
what
they
it
don't.
relies on.
No, they don't like the new Ninja Turtle movies. They don't like the new animated series. They want stuff that looks like the Turtles. They'll even take the old live action TV show with Venus de Milo because that's more legit than the new stuff. And the addition of a new character is more legit than this terrible retcon they did of the redesigning them to make them. I don't know. They were never fashionable, so they never needed a redesign.
Go grab one of your action figures. Check it out. You must have one kicking around. Huh?
Talking to one of your kids. Oh, we got Pixel here too. Hey,
Oh,
Pixel.
what's up, Pixel?
Sneaking in like a Ninja Turtle. What's up?
What?
We lost Brendan and we got a Pixel. I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's probably a bad thing, but hey, whatever.
Or whether it's
doing?
just a thing. Good.
Right on.
Wow, 2 days in a row. That's just amazing.
Yeah, I make my rounds sometimes.
Are we going to have another reveal again today?
No, I didn't get another hat in the mail, so probably not. Although I do need to update this design and get it reprinted and see if it looks okay. Or not reprinted, but restitched.
Yeah, you were saying about making the thing bigger.
Yeah. I also need to move the shop to a different server so that we can actually support sales, because the system I've got it on right now is way too slow.
Okay.
What's the latest news with IndieCron, man?
Oh, just keeping busy, man. The guys have been pumping up a bunch of stuff. We've been getting a lot of the pros to come to us finally to start getting their upcoming campaigns in the system. Trying to get people's profiles all pulled together. We're supposed to launch in like 10 days with the upcoming system, and I've still got a bunch of work to do. So I'm procrastinating at the moment.
I understand. We've been working tirelessly behind the scenes here on the Tales from Beyond the Gate.
Yeah.
And we're going to have our first promo arts this weekend.
Very nice.
That stuff should be submitted, and then the editorial committee is going to pick the best, and then we're going to get our package submitted to you guys as well.
Perfect. How many creators are tied to the project right now?
Oh man, I mean we got we got Todd Mulroney, John Dillard gaming the system. We got Rick Piper here. We've got myself, Manicrea Dude Dog Press. We got James Hudnall. We just got another dude
Chester, Todd DeWolf.
Chester,
yeah.
Todd DeWolf.
Ethan and Malin are putting a page in.
Okay, so that's 10.
I was getting to them. Yeah, Ethan Malin, Art T. Bear, James Hudnall. Art
T. Bear's doing a page?
Like we've got like nearly over a dozen.
I know John Dillard was saying that it's well over 100 pages now.
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it is. And
so is this thing going to be hardcover?
We will do a hardcover edition as a stretch goal.
Well, I'm just thinking,
and it'll be really nice hardcover edition, like something that you could go ahead and put in your bookshelf with your other hardcover books that are nice.
Yeah, that would be cool. Because I'm thinking
100 pages. A trade paperback. Oh, sorry.
100 pages is quite a bit for a big floppy book.
Yeah. That's pushing the limits of. You can go thicker, but the longevity of a book that's bound like a standard graphic novel with the glue binding. The longevity of one of those books, they're okay, but you got to treat them with extra care. But a properly bound book is something that it costs a lot more money, but that thing's gonna be around in 100 years.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you, Pixel.
Yeah, hit me.
The other night we were all talking about PDFs and how nice they look on tablets. And we got to the like we were talking about our campaign pitches and stuff.
Yeah.
And if that was one of the tiers that everybody should have is a PDF, and then the Comixology thing came up.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering, what are your thoughts of maybe Indicron having kind of like a Comixology app where we could have our PDFs through Indicron instead of putting in like having Indicron as its own Comixology app.
Yeah. So already in works.
Perfect.
That's cool, man. I'm actually working with somebody else from the community to. We're trying to figure out if we're going to do this through an app. So we've got two avenues here. A digital distribution app is already in progress and being worked on, and will probably be partnering with us to do that. But we were also examining, since the shop system that we have is called WooCommerce. WooCommerce has a digital distribution scenario built into it, so that you can actually put digital products into it and distribute it that way. So we could put together basically like a storefront for books and be able to do it that way and sell it directly through our site. We're still kind of looking at the logistics of how to handle all that. Obviously, it's not as clean as Comixology because of the way that would function. It would just be like going shopping and buy a hat or buy a shirt from like Target. You're not going to go back to the site to read it kind of thing. You would just download the file and read it. But the Comixology side of it, that kind of scenario where everything is kind of held up on the web somewhere or like in the cloud or whatever, and then you can download it at any time. That's probably closer to what the app is going to do.
But I couldn't find him.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So
well,
we're still working that out. Yeah, we don't know how that's going to work yet, and there's still a bit of. Actually, I'm having a meeting sometime here whenever.
Well, I was just wondering, like, are we going to be able to purchase just the PDF through Indicron, or is this going to be part of like the tier? When you get the PDF after you back the project.
Gotcha.
Do we have to go through Indicron to get the PDF?
No, currently you won't. So I'll make that, and actually make a note of that. What we could possibly do if this works out the way it might be able to, if the app actually holds everything kind of like how Comixology does, then you should be able to distribute a special code for like each individual person. And
yeah.
And then they can submit that code to the app, and the app would let them have access to the file. I think that's how it's going to function. But I'll make a note of that so that when we have our meeting later today, that I can suggest that happen.
Yeah.
Because it's all still in dev phase right now.
Oh, that's really good news, though. That's exciting.
Yeah, we're trying a bunch of different stuff, man. We want to become like I said, the central hub for all this stuff for CG, and try to consolidate efforts to get everybody in a single location so that they can find their books, they can buy their books, they can do everything that they need to do, and just get some energy behind a lot of this, because with everybody split and like forming factions and going off and doing their own thing, it's hard to really get everybody underneath something and really kind of pumped up about something. So if we can draw everybody into a single place, it'll be a lot better.
Yeah. No, we need a hub.
It's because it's not that I prefer PDFs. It's just I have an iPad, and I've gotten a few PDFs from some projects that I've backed, and they look absolutely stunning on my
they look
screen.
gorgeous in those big screens. Yeah.
It's okay on my phone, but on an iPad, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
Well, folks, I have to duck out here. Thank you for inviting me, Rick.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Good to see you, Willie. Good to see you,
Pop
Pixel.
Yeah. We'll be chatting, I'm sure.
Absolutely. I'm going to get back to work here on my little 12-page zombie cyberpunk horror comedy.
Well, you can always draw that stuff online here with me.
Well, right now I cannot. The camera area for me to be set up is in flux. I'm getting my office moved to a better location because we had some flooding. So, and I don't want any of that stuff to get damaged with excessive moisture, exposure to excessive moisture. So that's why you haven't seen me been drawn very much. And I basically come on when I'm taking a break from that, or if I'm doing it anyways. Not right now though, but that's why I got to go.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming on.
All right. Thank you much, man. Hopefully,
See you,
I'll
buddy.
catch you guys later tonight. All
For
right.
sure.
Later. I love that guy.
Oh yeah. Tank is awesome.
So we were talking about what were we talking about? Thundercats earlier. Did you guys see the 2011 anime version of Thundercats?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Wasn't that good? They
Yeah.
made some subtle changes, like Lion-O was like a teenager type thing, but honestly, you just look past that.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
was real
I thought it was a good rendition. Unfortunately, it just didn't get enough attention. And it sucks too because there was such a push to bring them back, and
Yeah.
it just didn't get the extra stuff here.
Well, I think from what I heard, it was miscalculation or bad
computer.
inter office communications that got it canceled.
Oh yeah.
They were all ready to bring out the second season of it and all that. They had the scripts written and all that, and then some inter office communication failed and it got canceled by the higher ups or something like that. I've seen something about it on YouTube. But yeah, that's sad. Well, it's just sad also that the He-Man 2003 one got canceled too after the second season.
Yeah.
Although they did comic books shortly after that. I think DC put them out, and they brought in She-Ra in that, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, I think we're due for a new He-Man. It's been too long. We've gotten everything else, I think. I don't think there's anything else that we're missing, really.
I'm just worried what it's going to look like.
The G.I. Joe series that was going around for a bit, that was well animated. I really like the style of that.
Speaking of G.I. Joe, what did you guys think of the movies?
The first one... Go ahead, Rick.
I was going to say the first one I liked, the second one not so much.
See, I was the opposite. I thought the characters looked more like the actual characters in the second one. I didn't like what they did with Cobra Commander, but he looked spot on in the second one.
Yeah, I was kind of torn. I think I liked the story maybe a little bit more in the first one, but I liked the characters more in the second one. Yeah, it's interesting.
Snake Eyes was spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's hard to get Snake Eyes wrong, but these people you never know.
Well, you'd think they'd get Cobra Commander right. It's just a silver dome over his face.
I think they did an origin more for Cobra Commander in the first one. They did the whole origin of the Joes. And that's the thing about a lot of these old premises when they come out with live action. They want to do the whole origin story for a new one. They want to do even cartoon. They want to do an origin story.
Yeah, and you wind up with 50 origin stories.
Spider-Man is the worst. Every single movie they've done is an origin story.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Same with the Batman movies, though. I mean, every time they change a director, it's a different origin story.
Well, I wouldn't say every time they change director, but every time they change, like they never redid for the first four that are connected. They didn't do
that's true.
Or they just did an origin story in the first one, and they might have touched on it in the next three, basically. And then for the next three, of course, they did the origin story, touched on it. And with the new Spider-Man, they didn't do the origin story.
If they would just do a Batman that was similar to the animated series, people would just throw themselves into the theaters.
Oh God, yeah, I would see it twice easy. There's comments on my battering. Did you see my battering yesterday?
Yeah, well, I did.
Really?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, it's on Cross's video from yesterday. But my kid got me a knife for my birthday, and it's it's the batarang. Actually, I'm sorry, it's for Christmas. But it's a Batman knife, and the blades open out, and it's like a curved blade on both sides, so it looks like a batarang. It's scary as hell, but it's pretty fun.
Cool though.
Yeah, the blades snap out really easy, and it's actually one of them's a little bit harder to press than the other one, but it's a little scary. Super sharp.
It's like a battering switchblade.
Basically, yeah. They're like spring loaded a little bit or something. I'm not sure what's causing them to flip out so hard, but yeah, it's snappy and it's a little. Actually, let me see if I have a photo of it I can share.
Actually, it'd be a smart thing for Batman to have too, for the easy fold up and when you're out, click it, toss it.
Yes, it won't let me share. Okay, this stupid browser.
I can just go on and check out yesterday's video.
Yeah, it's nothing major. It's just a little. Actually, I'll just send you a picture of it. I can send it to you behind the scenes. Okay. It'll probably be better than looking at it in the video anyway.
Yeah, but see, then he gets to see the hat reveal too.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
The in comics hat reveal.
Looks like more like a small atlas.
Oh, my mom's saying it looked more like a small batlet.
Yeah, that's probably closer to it. Yeah, it's a mean looking blade. I don't think I should own it, to be honest.
So what do you do with it? Does it come with a little stand for a display, or?
It does not. It has a little black box that it's been sitting in, and I've already knocked some of the paint off of it. I probably should be careful. It's just somebody made one that looks like it. It's not even officially licensed or anything, but whatever. I'm gonna wind up cutting myself, and then my girlfriend's gonna yell at me. I told you not to play with that thing. Oh goodness. So let's see this. See your Voltron here.
Oh.
Getting the leg slowly.
Very cool.
And I have the sword coming over this way, so all the stuff in here is going to get erased eventually.
That you just drew, yeah. Pixel Trader, you'll cut your finger off. If I'm lucky, that's all I'll do. I mean, this thing could take your whole hand off, I think.
All right, guys, I'm going to take off. I'll be chatting with you later.
Okay, we'll catch you later. Have a good day, Willie. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, want to tell people where they can find you, Willie, before you take off?
Oh, yeah. No, you can find me at Willie Reed on Twitter, Willie Reed on YouTube, Willie Reed Instagram, Willie Reed Facebook. I'm not sure if there's anything else.
I wanted to ask you about, I saw one of your fast videos. That character, is that yours?
Which one? The Beetle Girl and the...
Yeah, the Beetle Girl.
No, actually, that's I'm doing a 8-page story for Lucky Comics right now, and it's Beetle Girl versus the Green Giant. They're trying to relaunch the Green Giant, and they had asked me to. I'm doing it as a favor for a buddy of mine who's the writer. He had asked me if I'd be interested in helping him out relaunch this character. So that's coming up here sometime this year. I'm not sure when it's released. I'm still working on it right now. I got one panel left to do, and I've got. I just finished the cover, but I haven't colored it yet, and I'm thinking I'm going to tackle that myself instead of outsourcing for color.
Nice. So like Green Giant, the vegetable guy?
No, actually, it was an old character that back in like the old 5-cent comic book days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So these characters are public domain.
Yeah, they're legit characters.
Right on. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, well, it was a fun project. I didn't know exactly what I was doing at the time. And I was down with a bad shoulder injury there for quite a while.
Yeah.
I had a rib that kind of dislocated itself, and it was cutting into the muscle underneath my shoulder blade. And it was killer pain. I had to go see a chiropractor there for months, but it's on the mend, and I got back at it, and you can tell you can tell from my first pages to my last pages that my first pages were lacking because I was sore and tired all the time, and I just wasn't into it. But now that I'm getting back on the mend, my pages have gotten a lot better. But I'd like to go back and redo some of my first pages, but I just haven't got the time because I want to push this project out and get it done and over with so I can move on.
Okay. Cool. I just thought I'd ask because I watched it the other day, a couple days ago. I was wondering.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure when they're going to release it or not, but I'll definitely keep you in the loop if you're interested in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
All right.
hopefully they'll come on IndieCron.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing with it because it's actually like I said, it's Lucky Comics and they're kind of a legit publishing company.
Yeah, they might want to stay out of the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got to get going. So
Yeah,
Okay.
it was good talking with you. Yeah, no worries. All right, see you.
And then there were two.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Well, besides IndieCron, what have you been having going, Pixel?
It's my birthday today.
Oh yeah, you were saying yesterday it was gonna be your birthday. So happy birthday!
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Again, I didn't think I'd see you today on your birthday or hear you today on your birthday. So.
Yeah, I should do a face reveal and just freak everybody out. Man, like, oh man, he looks nothing like that samurai.
Well, that'd be a nice reveal.
Yeah, right. Actually, what I should do is grow my hair out a little bit longer and then do a cosplay of him. Maybe that's what I'll do. That'd be funny. So like pop up on stream, make the same face, and have like a fake cybernetic eye kind of thing going on. Cool.
Yeah. Have the whole geesh or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the 3 triangles there.
Yeah, Triforce. That'd be awesome. Maybe I'll do that. I'll have to think about it. That hair, though, I don't know if I could pull that off legitimately. I might have to get a wig and style it or something. That'd be fun, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Although I don't know what I'd do about the beard. The beard might be an issue.
Oh, he's got a beard there?
He doesn't. I do.
Oh, okay. Everybody's got a beard, it seems, since Comicade, except for me.
Yeah, well, it's not nearly as good as Willie's here, but I saw that he either just had it shaved off or cut or something. I don't remember, but
yeah.
Definitely not bald in real life. It's going a little gray here and there from stress and people like John Dillard gaming the system. But yeah.
Yeah, John can stress anybody out.
Yeah. Good old John. John is a German in real life. Alrighty, let's see here. Oh, my boss is pinging me now, so it looks like I'm probably gonna have to go.
Okay, no problem.
It was fun while it lasted, right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, have a good rest of birthday as much as you can with working.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Friday off and just make it a long weekend since our company observes Martin Luther King Day. I'm gonna have a 4-day weekend, and that's how I'll do it. But
cool,
man. Yeah, it was good talking to you, and I will catch you later.
Okay, catch you later. So now there is just one, and it is 1:30 here. So I forgot to get Pixel to show for himself. Oh well. So it's 1:30 here. I've been going for an hour and a half. Nightwing done. I've got a little bit more done on Voltron here. So I guess I'm going to be done for the day. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll have some smaller videos up during the day. Got a snack video to come up and put it up in about half an hour. And we will see everybody tomorrow. Have a great and wonderful day. Bye for now. God bless.